Blanco, and then an inflow coming into the Landon Moeller on Twitter from back over in Menard, Texas from earlier. This is a 5.87 inch size hailstone. 5.87 inches. That is huge. That is nearly the size of a coconut. That is like coconut sized hail. Now coconuts are like 6 to 8 inches of hail, but like that is massive. We showed this on stream earlier, but they actually have a measurement now. It's crazy. That would hurt. It would probably do more than hurt, to be honest. But yeah, that is truly something.
It's gone now. I mean, it wasn't strong at all, but maybe that's what you guys went through.
Back over to Storm Intermedia.
Yeah. It might, you know what? It might actually do it again right here. So we might actually.
Hey, Kyle, for the super chat.
Like right in there. See that?
I would, yeah, Kyle. I would, if you have a trailer or something, I would at least get off the road. Winds are right around 60 to 75 miles per hour. Thank you, Brian, for becoming a member. Thank you, Jan, for the super chat. Hey, James, for the super chat.
Saw that tornado that was there, but it was there. I'm sure you guys did, but that's huge.
It's possible, James. Possible. This is again our tornadic supercell here near Blanco. I do not think this is producing much of a threat of a tornado anymore, but it has definitely a pretty cool structure. Looks pretty outflowy to me.
I'm just gonna get down and stretch for just a second.
Brandon, if you can still hear me, what if we go all the way to Dripping Springs and then drop south out in front of it? How does that sound?
Yeah, this green is right on top of us. Oh, dude, they're in like the core. That's where Jaden is, that red dot.
Whereas Storm Intermedia, they are approximately 6 miles maybe? 6 miles southeast of Blanco. They're on Highway 32. Bottom right of your screen, you can see their little marker here. They're looking towards the storm. Hey, Kathy, for the sewer chat, sending support from San Antonio. Hope it barely bypasses us. Yeah, let's hope. Let's hope these major cities get missed, but...
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Alright, Garrett.
We have a tornado warning in Oklahoma. That is southwest of Woodward, near Arnett. That would be why. We actually have strong rotation here. We're in a bit of a radar hole, but pretty strong rotation right now near Arnett, Oklahoma. That's going right along Highway 60 towards VC. So seek shelter if you're in this warning. Get away from windows and get on the lowest floor possible. This storm is moving east. Going eventually towards Sharon and VC and Mutual. Very strong rotation in the mid-levels. I mean, this definitely could drop a tornado. We had a pretty crazy tornado here a couple weeks back in our moderate risk day that we had. This one definitely could drop one too. So seek shelter. Right along Highway 60. Huge shout out to Brent with the 10 gifted memberships. W's in the chat for Brent. Really appreciate that. Thank you to anybody that's become a member today as well. Really appreciate your support. Helps us be able to do what we do on this channel. And if you want to become a member of the channel, it is the join button down below. Also, the top link in the description. Thank you, Katie, for the super chat. Clean Texas. I mean, really anywhere along this I-35 corridor from like Waco back through San Antonio. The biggest concerns right now are going to be damaging winds up to 80 miles per hour. We currently have that with the storm southwest of Killeen. Additionally, there is a threat for an isolated tornado or two. And on top of that, there could be hail as large as the size of, baseballs.
As this thing moves into Austin, so that's what I want to get.
I want to go back to Connor here. I want to go back like 20 seconds. I thought I just saw a lightning strike right in front of him. Did it not just strike right in front of his car, or was I going crazy? I'm not sure if I went back too far.
As this thing moves into Austin, so that's what I want to get.
Yeah, I think I didn't go back far enough. I don't know. Did anybody go see that on his screen? I thought I saw him like almost get struck. His car almost get struck by lightning, but I could be going crazy. By the way, this is Ryan Scholl. He's back over on the storm near Rock Springs, Texas. That is a view of this storm.
It's really like cool, but in reality, just
has a little bit of rotation on radar, but more than anything,
I think the storm is really starting to adjust its boundary for some reason, and I'm not sure how, but it is. You know.
Did have rotation earlier. Not rotating as much anymore. Looks more like a hail and wind threat, but kind of a cool structure out here.
This Capri Sun, because I don't know how I lost it. Like, how is it just like not in my vehicle anymore?
Bro lost a Capri Sun. GG's. Right now for Colleen, the warning is for 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-sized hail. The one here south of you is 80-mile-per-hour winds. So they may upgrade the warning for Colleen to 80-mile-per-hour winds. Again, that is an extremely dangerous situation. Basically an EDS, if you will. That's what they call it for severe warnings. So be ready for up to 80-mile-per-hour winds near Colleen, Florence, and north of Round Rock. Greatest tornado threat right now is really going to be embedded in this line. We got a few areas of rotation, but it always changes with these lines. We can see rotation ramp up and fall apart in so many different areas. So thank you, Whiskey, for the $20 super chat. Didn't know you were a riddle. Yeah, I mean, I graduated like 3 weeks ago, but yeah, that's where I graduated with my bachelor's in meteorology. I am a meteorologist. Thank you, MSFS, for the $20 super chat. You're doing well there in Odessa. Thank you, Alicia, for becoming a member. How's Denton, Texas looking? Should be mainly a isolated hail threat. Guess what, guys? Connor is in rain. They are one for the super chat. We gotta do SBC Outlook, by the way. Let me go over that. I kind of forgot. I think Connor's been in rain about, I don't know. It's a ballpark estimate, 80% of this chase. Or loves the rain. What can I tell you? Here's our SBC outlook for the rest of the night. They have adjusted it. It's honestly not that big of an adjustment. Not much has actually changed. They still have the enhanced risk of severe weather, which is a bit smaller. Slight risk goes back into central Louisiana. We got another one in Oklahoma, New Mexico, Texas, Panhandle. And then marginal threat still goes into South Carolina. The tornado risk has not changed much. It is still a 5% tornado risk. I believe that is near San Antonio. 2% tornado risk goes into central Louisiana. And then eastern New Mexico near Roswell, there's still a 2% tornado risk. They have removed the significant wind threat for some reason, even though I think that's still in play.
A new tornado warning
but
has
they
been
have
issued.
maintained the hatched hail threat back over here just outside of San Antonio. Just a little bit more up close and personal look at our tornado threat. I want to pull that up. It'll probably take a second to load. New tornado warning for Donley County in Texas. Well, if that's up here or something. I don't know where Donley County is. I'm guessing it's up here because the warning shape is weird. Might be for the Howard Wick area. This storm's producing 3-inch sized hail, by the way, in the Texas Panhandle right now. Near Clarendon. 3-inch sized hail is falling. Or Donley County, Texas. Sorry, not Donley, but Donley County. All right, that is this storm. So Howard Wick, Clarendon, you're included in this tornado warning. Seek shelter. This is also producing apple-sized hail, which is 3 inches in diameter in the Texas Panhandle. Rotation is still not very tight, but this has already produced a few funnel clouds and even a brief tornado earlier. Might try to do the same here as it comes up on Highway 287. Clarendon, the main town on the track of that right now, northwest of Headley, south and east there of Amarillo. We also got a line of storms pushing towards Amarillo right now, mainly with damaging winds. Maybe a low chance there of a spin-up tornado. I have a camera over there. I'm going to keep an eye on that. Here's that tornado risk for the rest of tonight. So the 5% tornado risk right now is in place for San Antonio and Austin. And then our 2% tornado risk encompasses a pretty large area just south of Waco, back through Lufkin, Texas, Houston, Victoria, north of Galveston, and Del Rio. So you guys are all in the 2% tornado risk for tonight. Shout out to Hayden with the $20 super chat. How's it going, Jeremy? Thank you, Andrew, for the $5 super chat. How's it going, Becca, as well? I guess I'm shouting at everybody today. Thank you, Douglas, for the $10 super chat. Watching from Naples, Italy. Yeah, Douglas, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't really want to go into that conversation right now. Thank you, Vex, for the $5 super chat. Gatesville is mainly a wind and hail threat. Also, thank you, Vanessa, for the $10 super chat. Love your channel, Max. As a corporate pilot based out of Texas, I often watch your channel in-depth info for the week ahead. Haven't seen a 70,000K build up in a while. Yeah, this line of storms, I mean, this was up near 65,000 feet at one point. I mean, it was a pretty tall thunderstorm. I think it's a little bit contaminated now on the echo tops. I don't think it's 63,000 feet, but we still have cloud tops that are shooting up to around 50, 58, 59, 60,000 feet here. So these are still very tall thunderstorms. And I mean, the hail potential is definitely still there. But with this being more of a line of storms, it's now sharing energy amongst all sorts of different updrafts. So the tornado threat is still there. The hail threat, though, is definitely a bit lower. At least when it comes to, like, being baseball-sized hail, like what we've been seeing today. There's Ryan Schull, very pretty view of the storm near Rock Springs, Texas right now.
It's gonna correlate on radar.
Got a huge shelf over there to the left. Goes for miles. Hey, John, for the $20 super chat. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Pretty cool structure out here. Thank you, Hood, for the becoming a member. Thank you, Brad, for the $10 super chat. Hey guys, you want an update from Connor? Let's get an update from Connor. He is in the rain. Mr. Rain. He's still going though. Now he has no connection, but he's in the rain. Hey Benjamin for the super chat. Keep him bottom right of your screen. This tornado warning will probably be canceled. Let me go back to the one in Oklahoma. Still have strong rotation near Highway 60 here, southwest of Woodward in western Oklahoma. It's pretty rain wrapped. I don't think we have any chasers up here. Let me look. Yeah, no chasers up here today. But nonetheless, definitely a storm that's rotating. Gonna have a tornado at any time here near Arnett, Oklahoma. So seek shelter if you're in this area. And then we're still watching a tornado warning cell here near Howardwick. The latest scan saw as a hook and an inflow. Not seeing a whole lot of rotation anymore, but if there's a tornado, it'll be going towards Clarendon, Texas here over the next few minutes. It's not just raining, it's hailing. Gotta mix of both. Thank you, Christine, for the generous $20 Venmo donation, and also thank you, Jason, for the PayPal donation. Appreciate that, guys.
Ooh, that's gonna get big.
Once again, if you're anywhere from San Antonio back through Killeen, the biggest concerns, damaging winds up to 80 miles per hour, could have hail as large as the size of baseballs, but luckily the hail's been smaller here as of lately, and then also the threat of an isolated tornado. That's for everybody. We have no warnings currently, aside from Round Rock and Georgetown here on the I-35 corridor. That's for 60-mile-per-hour winds right now. We still have an 80-mile-per-hour severe warning here just southwest of Killeen, and it also has a tornado possible label. A little bit of rotation there coming up towards 195 just north of Florence and on the south side of Killeen. So we're looking at right now across the board here. Max, what type of financial donation helps you the most? The best way to donate is Venmo and PayPal, but being a member on the channel also is a huge help. Thank you, Cody, for the super chat. Jarrell, Texas, getting some nasty lightning. Any chance of a tornado? It's still a low chance, not zero. There has been a lot of lightning with these storms today. Like, an insane amount. We had a bunch back over near Fredericksburg. It's not as frequent as before, but there's definitely still plenty of lightning. Especially with this being a line of thunderstorms. Right now, according to lightningmaps.org, we are currently looking at about 110 lightning strikes a minute across this entire line of thunderstorms. So the entire line is producing a lot of lightning. It's not as much as before, though. Again, our discrete supercell was producing like 40 or 50 lightning strikes a minute, and that was a single storm. Now we got an entire line that spreads across like 100 miles now. Large mesoscale convective system. That's about 120 miles from south to north. And starting to ramp up a little bit just northwest of San Antonio. You got a few storms firing up now near Bourne. highest winds currently located near Blanco and also on our storm back up near 281. Another update from Connor. He is in the rain.
Just kidding.
It's back over to Ryan Scholl. He's back over near Rock Springs, Texas. Really pretty storm here. Again, large shelf cloud on top of that. The sun is setting.
And my thing is just not loading now either, so that's like 3 hours away. I think everything's gonna be just off to your. This is it.
Go back to this.
This is all we're seeing right now. So.
Max, if I paid you to get ordained and paid you to officiate my wedding, would you? I don't have really any time to officiate a wedding on top of what I'm already doing. This might be the third person in the last 24 hours to ask me if I can officiate a wedding. I'm not a person that does. I've been to one wedding in my life. I don't even know what I would do. Where is this at? This is in Central Texas, south of Killeen for the most part. Between San Antonio and around and just south of Killeen, Texas. Long line of thunderstorms. We still got a tornado warning southwest of Austin, but again, the rotation on this is gotten to the point where I don't even think a tornado warning is necessary. Got 3 more minutes left on that tornado warning. Let me check back in on the Oklahoma rotation. And latest couple scans look a little bit broader here on our rotation east of our net. So if we had a tornado, it probably already happened, but stay in your safe place if you're in this warning just west of VC in Oklahoma. And then southeast of Amarillo, still got a little hook echo and an inflow, but velocity is still looking very broad right now. North of 287, north of Clarendon. This is tracking down to the southeast as of right now. The severe thunderstorm warning in Wheeler County, Texas was just upgraded to 2-inch sized hail. Which is somewhere. Where is Wheeler County? Isn't that West Texas? I don't see it here. We also have a new severe thunderstorm warning for Austin, Texas, near I-35. That is going to be for 70-mile-per-hour damaging winds and quarter-sized hail. So get ready if you're in Austin, Texas, for 70-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-sized hail. Still a chance for an isolated spin-up tornado as well. San Marcos tornado risk is still low. Pretty much anyone along I-35, it's a low chance, but not 0. Thank you, Amber, for the super chat. Thank you also, Trahan, for the $25 super chat from Wimberley, Texas. I appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat. So shout out to Melanie for the Venmo donation and also Miranda for the Venmo donation. Hey, stay safe, Miranda. Appreciate the Venmo donation. Have I ordered dinner? I have not. I'm kind of hoping after these storms pass through I-35, hopefully I can actually eat. I'll have to order something at some point, though. Tornado warning southwest of Austin expires in about 5 seconds. So we'll be back down to 2 tornado warnings. All right, there's the tornado warning. It is gone. We're back down to 2. 1 in Oklahoma, 1 in the Texas Panhandle, and then a big line of storms moving to the east. Is DFW good for the night? Isolated hail is the biggest concern. We still have a strong storm north of Fort Worth, but it's just some small hail and gusty winds. Guess what? Connor's driving through hail. And rain.
Road may flood.
Hey, actually, let's do Connor 3 and we'll do this. Oh, nope, never mind. We're going back to that one. Connor's currently located just west of Austin. This is near Dripping Springs. Gives you an idea of how poor the visibility is right now. And it's raining. He's almost gone out in front of this, by the way. He's not far. He's almost gotten out to dry conditions. He's almost there. He might do it soon. He might do it. Thank you, Randy, for the $10 super chat.
Back in the hail.
Stay safe in Georgetown. You get some clubs and play golf. I don't think we're playing golf in this weather. I'm not gonna lie. They have issued a new severe thunderstorm watch. So a brand new severe thunderstorm watch that has just been issued. It's a very small area, but it's going to be back over near Marlin, Rockdale, and Killeen, Texas until 1 a.m. A couple tornadoes are possible, scattered 2-inch size tail. Additionally, 80-mile-per-hour winds are possible. Tiny little severe watch for about 7 counties, or 6 counties. Very far southern North Texas, back over near Central Texas. Hey, Valerie for the super chat. San Antonio, again, going to be the biggest concern of hail down there. But we don't have any storms that have fired off yet there. It's mostly off to your north. Thank you also, Claire, for the $10 super chat. Connor needs to change his name to Mr. Blue Sky. That would be the exact opposite of what he's been going through. I don't know the last time he saw blue sky. It might have been like 5 days ago. Hey, Jimmy, for becoming a member. And also Jonathan for the super chat. Connor t-shirt. I don't know what we would do for a Connor t-shirt. It literally just had to be a storm. That's all he's been in. Or rain. That's all it's been. Watch out up here, by the way, near Ding Dong, Texas. We actually have a little area of rotation coming together on this latest scan. A little bit of rotation just to the northwest of Florence. A little hook, a little inflow as well. Maybe a potential for a tornado going towards Ding Dong, just south of Killeen. Hey, Texas Country for the $20 super chat. I appreciate that for something to eat. In Ding Dong, Texas, you're in the path of a little bit of an area of rotation in addition to high winds. Velocities on radar are being measured at 80 miles per hour, which is why this warning is at 80 miles per hour southwest of Killeen. They haven't updated the warning for Killeen. It still says 60, but... Who's naming these towns? I don't know, bro. There's another crazy town name over here somewhere. I don't know what it's called, though. We haven't covered it in a long time. There's a town somewhere over here that also has a weird name. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere west of Round Rock. Big surge of wind going right towards Killeen, Texas right now. Thank you, Benjamin, for the super chat. Is Riley off? Riley is on vacation until Friday. He'll be back Friday. We don't have any more streams between now and Friday, I don't think. So, I mean, he's not really missing much. He's only missed yesterday and today. Probably, I mean, like, after this, I don't know. You know, I'm gonna be honest, after today, I don't know when our next live stream is. It might not be until, like, June 5th or something. There's nothing between now and, like, June 5th, I think. At least streaming-wise. There are still gonna be severe weather events. They're just not very streamable. Thank you, Benjamin, for another super chat. Thank you, Oscar, for becoming a maximum velocity member. There are no tornado warnings right now in South Texas. We actually just got a new warning, and I called this a while ago, but they have issued a new severe warning near Bourne and just north of San Antonio, Texas. That is for quarter-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. It's moving to the east right now. Wow, look at this. This is in Vega, Texas right now. Pop up here in a second. This is pretty crazy. You got the IHOP stack of pancakes back over in Vega. What a structure. It's in just west of Amarillo. Sheesh. A little bit of lightning back in there as well. Thank you, Benjamin, for the super chat. Dripping Springs, mainly a wind threat. Bottom middle of your screen. Or bottom right of your screen. It's a pretty wild structure. I'm not gonna lie. It's actually kind of low precip too on the leading edge here. So it's actually kind of cool. But you got a couple pancake stacks. Hey, Warwick for the $10 super chat. Bernie, thank you. Thank you, Ruthless for the $20 super chat. I think you'd be great at a wedding, giving the trusted forecast of ominous cloud of emotions that could develop and could devastate the wedding. I trust your forecast. That's crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Appreciate the super chat. That's a really cool a cool view there in Vega. Is Wichita Falls good for tonight? Yeah, Wichita Falls is chilling. You guys are chilling up there. A lot of lightning with this line of storms. Once again, if you're near Killeen, we have 80-mile-per-hour wind potential up here. We've had a little bit of rotation coming up on Ding Dong. Still got a little hook down here near Florence as well. Biggest surge of wind currently is coming up into Killeen, near Hanker Heights. Unfortunately, that camera's down, but if it was up, we would definitely show you. But again, high winds right now coming up into Killeen over the next few minutes. Could be as high as 80 miles per hour. It may just stay to the south of Killeen, but it's definitely going towards Temple, Belton, and Salado. Little River Academy also in the path of that. And then just west of Austin, right now the biggest concern is damaging winds up to 70 miles per hour. Got a few more storms firing up just north of San Antonio that are near San Marcos. That'll kind of merge into our line. Maybe a brief tornado potential out of that. And here's another view of our huge shelf cloud over in Vega, Texas. I think Connor's actually driving through the Austin storm. Guess what? He's driving in rain. He is not anywhere near dry conditions, by the way. Just gonna throw it out there. It's probably about 7 miles to the west of where the leading edge is, and this line is moving east at like 40 miles per hour. Hey, Kitty, for the super chat.
I can't see.
Back to no visibility, just west of Austin. This is back off to the north. Again, for what it's worth, the Vega camera's right here, by the way. So we're looking at that big shelf cloud. Might even have damaging winds coming up towards Amarillo right now. Tornado warning has been allowed to, it's going to be allowed to expire in 6 minutes near Clarendon. And then we still have a tornado warning in Oklahoma south of Woodward. But the rotation's been a little bit broader here, not as tight as before west of VC. But continue to stay in your safe place. There's also a storm producing tennis ball sized hail west of Leedy, here in western Oklahoma. We actually have a three body scatter spike over here near Highway 30. That indicates really big hail falling. Coming up on 283, going towards 47 as well. Again, huge line of storms right now plowing towards Austin. This will be our last shot, really, of that clean shelf cloud as well back over in Vega. See it rolling in right there. Moving in really fast, probably about 30, 40 miles per hour to the east. Look how blue it is back in the storm, too. Crazy looking storm out here. Moving the camera, actually. Boom. See the other pancake, by the way. The other pancake is out there, just above the shelf cloud. This is why we call it the IHOP stack of pancakes. It's not sponsored, by the way. I wish it was, but... Thank you, Live, for becoming a member. Also, thank you, Amy, for the super chat. Blanco, Texas is no longer in a concern for a tornado. Also, Jacqueline for the $10 super chat. Should be mainly a hail threat, Jacqueline. Quarter $half sized hail, 60 to 70 mile per hour winds being the biggest concerns. Huge shout out to Mike with the $50 Venmo donation. What office chair do I use? I use a Herman Miller. I don't know what kind it is, to be honest, but some sort of Herman Miller. I've had it for like a year and a half, 2 years now. It's been pretty durable, so. Hey, Sean for the $5 super chat. Is that a Red Sox shirt? I am wearing a Red Sox shirt. Got a huge surge of wind right now near Killeen, Texas. Huge surge of wind. Rotation's kind of weakened a bit here off to the northwest of Florence. But if you're in Ding Dong, we had a big surge of around 70 to 80 mile per hour winds moving in. They have upgraded the warning for all of Killeen to 70 mile per hour winds. So again, high winds right now moving into Killeen. We'll be back down to one tornado warning here in a second. That will be the one in Oklahoma. Also, the severe storm for Ellis and Roger Mills County in Oklahoma is now up to baseball-sized hail, and this is why. We got a huge three-body scatter spike, which is an indicator of very large hail right now falling north of Highway 47. So this is now a destructive storm for Ellis and Roger Mills County, baseball-sized hail. Extremely dangerous situation out here in western Oklahoma. You vex for the super chat. I'm not wearing Red Sox, but I am wearing a t-shirt with Red Sox. Hey, truly for the super chat. Where's Freddy? Freddy is currently behind all the storms. He's right here. So we just have him up since he's still alive. This storm moving through Vega, by the way. Gotta see the storm twirling a little bit. It's pretty interesting. Hey, Queen for the $10 super chat. Stay safe there in Fort Hood. Get back over to Connor here for a second. Give me 1 second. Hey, Rob, for becoming a 1 month member. Hey, you Drizzle or Dizzle for the super chat. Austin is mostly gonna be wind. By the way, this is an update from Connor. He's driving in the rain. Thank you, Primo, for the $20 super chat. I can tell you from here in Florence, Texas, the rain is definitely blowing sideways. I'm not surprised, to be honest. I'm really not surprised.
Honestly, it's better with just a
It's definitely high wind. I mean, this entire line, again, almost the entire line is producing damaging winds. And the highest winds for the Round Rock area are going to be hitting in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Georgetown as well. Austin, we are about 5 to 10 minutes from upwards of 70 mile per hour winds hitting. And then Killeen is about to get hammered by winds. I mean, the latest velocity scan is showing upwards of 90 to 100 mile per hour velocities. Keep in mind, this is a little bit off the ground, but I mean, these are very high winds right now approaching Ding Dong, Texas, near Mountain View Estates and Youngsport. Eventually tracking towards Salado, Little River Academy, Temple, and Belton. Hey, Wise for the $10 super chat. Did not mean to click that. 100 mile per hour winds in Temple? I wouldn't say we're going to have 100 mile per hour winds in Temple. I'm just saying right now, like, the velocities are definitely indicating upwards of 70 to 80 mile per hour winds along this line. Even near Florence, it's upwards of 80. I had somebody in the chat just say about, you know, the wind blowing sideways and stuff. The winds are definitely high. I don't think they're up to 100 right now, but that's, again, a little bit off the ground. Our radar does look a little over 1,000 feet up into the atmosphere, so this is not at the surface, but it is just barely off the ground. Hey, Christian, for becoming a member. Just wanted to send the chat. Does Connor have a P.O. box? I want to send him some flippers and a snorkel. I mean, for the record, he does. I think it's in his description on his streams or something. Thank you, Nick, for becoming a member. Got a little bit of rotation developing here southwest of Austin. Got a little inflow coming into the storm right here. Little area of rotation. It's pretty weak. It's near Dripping Springs. And believe it or not, Connor's not far from it. So maybe you find something here soon. That's storm intermediate also near San Marcos. We have rotation ramping up near Colleen too. There's legit rotation there now. On the south side of Colleen. May get a tornado warning on that near Ding Dong. Little bit of circulation trying to develop near Florence. Looks like we do have a chance of a tornado trying to spin up in this line. Also, we no longer have any tornado warnings, so that's the first in a while, but that might change here in a second. Got a few areas of rotation starting to spin up here across this line. It's quickly moving towards the I-35 corridor. Got a report in chat that the wind is insane in Georgetown right now. Connor's at a stoplight, but it's still raining. Where's Connor? He is currently about, I don't know, 15 miles west of Austin or so. That's just approximate, but he's not far from that little area of rotation that's developing. Just outside of Austin. We'll have another radar scan in a second. It's pretty weak. I mean, this wouldn't produce anything that strong, but we could get like a little weak tornado near Bear Creek. The stuff further north is more concerning in my opinion, because if we get a tornado, it could be a bit stronger. This is the latest scan. I mean, there's definitely rotation here. This is like pretty classic looking QLCS tornado spin up here southwest of Austin. Did Riley's shirts sell out? They're still available at shopmaxvelocity.net. They have not sold out. It is night and day difference between Freddie McKinney and Connor. Like, Connor is in pitch black conditions. You might think it is nighttime. Well, I mean, it basically is now, but Freddie is still driving. He's driving, I think, towards Fredericksburg right now to the west. Look at the difference. Bottom, middle, bottom, right. It is so different. That is all because of how tall the clouds are. They're like 60,000 feet, so there's literally no sunlight coming through right now. It is pitch black over there west of Austin. Actually crazy. All right, we're waiting for another velocity scan up here to the north. Again, we have some rotation west of Temple, Texas, south of Colleen. Definitely high winds right now, possibly as high as 80 miles per hour. Just north and around Florence. The entire severe warning now for Round Rock, Leander, and Georgetown has been upgraded to 80-mile-per-hour winds. So we have destructive 80-mile-per-hour winds moving towards Jarrell, Georgetown, and also Round Rock. So stay away from windows again if you're anywhere in this area. Dangerous line of storms right now moving through the I-35 corridor here over the next 5 to 10 minutes. Apparently Connor has needed to pee for the last 4 hours. Bro is shocked. I mean, he can't get out of the rain. Bro cannot get out of the rain. He is cooked. Waiting for another radar scan on this radar site northeast of Round Rock. Shout out to Allison with the $20 super chat. A little something for Cheese Curd Fund. Thank you for all you do. I appreciate that. And thank you for the super chat, Allison. Thank you also, Joseph, for becoming a member. I think Connor loves the rain. I mean, you can't not love the rain with where he's at. He has to love the rain. He's been in the rain for probably 4 hours. I think it's been about 4 hours now. Oh, he's got to a gas station. I think he can finally go. He's arrived. He finally got to where he needed to be. Bro's running in. There you go. Little update for you. How convenient. Watch them be closed? That'd be so unfortunate. Latest radar scan. Rotation's now broader south of Colleen. We got a little bit of convection forming out in front of our little inflow. So the storm's a little bit less organized over Ding Dong, Texas, but if you're in Temple, be ready for, again, upwards of 70 to 80 mile per hour winds and potentially a tornado. The highest winds also are now crossing I-35 near Gerald, Texas. Still have rotation also southwest of Austin. We got a little area of rotation here, and they've just issued a new severe thunderstorm warning for 80 mile per hour winds. Again, destructive winds right now approaching Round Rock, Pflugerville, Leander, just on the north side of Austin. This is, again, an extremely dangerous situation here for Williamson, Lee, Bastrop, and Travis counties in Texas. This is a destructive line of thunderstorms. It's basically an EF0 tornado, but going across this entire area. Once again, an extremely dangerous situation if you're in Round Rock, Pflugerville, Leander, Georgetown, or Gerald. Connor's been in there for a while. Or might be getting coffee too or something, who knows. We had a tornado like 2 weeks ago in Ding Dong, Texas. For the record. Like 2 weeks ago, we had a tornado there. Not uncommon. Got another severe thunderstorm warning for all of Austin, Texas on I-35 for 70 mile per hour damaging winds and quarter-sized hail that is about to be rolling right through Austin near Round Rock. Also just north of San Marcos. And huge line of thunderstorms right now rolling across Texas. Hey, Ross to the super chat. Buy Chick-fil-A. I don't know what I'm going to get for dinner. I have no clue. I am hungry. Got another severe thunderstorm warning for Bell Falls and Milam counties in Texas. That's for 70 mile per hour damaging winds and quarter-sized hail, a considerable damage threat. That should be for Temple, I believe. Yeah, it's going to be for the Temple area. It'll pop up here in a second. So we literally have a slew of severe warnings. We're up to 20 now. And that's the new one. And this is a huge one. It looks like an arrow. Near Temple, Texas, just south of Killeen, near Cameron. Little River Academy, Rogers, Salado, Belton, all included in this. For quarter-sized hail and 70 mile per hour winds. And we now have a warning for Collingsworth and Donley counties that's up to tennis ball sized hail. Where's that? Is that up here to the north? That's all the way up here to the north. They've upgraded the warning in the Texas Panhandle. We got another scatter spike here near Memphis. So we now have up to tennis ball sized hail heading into Memphis, Texas. Got a lot of significant storms tonight. Honestly, today's severe weather has been a bit more significant than I expected. On top of that, we still have a baseball-sized hailstorm in West Oklahoma, north of Strong City. Still got a 3-body scatter spike here, northwest of Strong City, near 283, moving towards 47. Also, if you're over in Amarillo, be ready for a line of storms producing damaging winds around 60 miles per hour. Bottom left of your screen, that is a live shot there. Looking in that general area. Hey, Jenny for the super chat. Salado? Apparently it's Salado, Texas. All right, we'll have another velocity scan in a second. There may be a tornado trying to develop northeast of Ding Dong. I'm waiting for the velocities to update. Got a little inflow notch. Little hook. It's not much, but it could be something to watch for. Also over Gerald, Texas, it kind of looks the same way. Got a little hook down here, too. Highest winds are going to be moving into Austin here over the next few minutes. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. All right, velocity's just updated. Never mind. Yeah, we had a big surge of wind over Gerald, but not really a whole lot of rotation yet. This is something we're going to have to keep an eye on near Bartlett. But very strong surge of wind crossing over I-35 right now, right around 70 to 80 miles per hour near New Cornhill and Gerald. And then further to the north, we got really just not much rotation, but it is, again, something that we need to keep an eye on. Still a chance for an embedded tornado in this line as it continues to move east. If you're in Temple or Belton, be ready for high winds. Protect any sort of loose line items. If you got plants outside, I would cover those or bring them in. If you got trampolines, hatch those down. Flying trampolines are definitely in play today. And if you have a trash can outside, you might want to bring that inside too. We are currently sitting at a high risk for flying trampolines. The trampoline meter is in full force today. High risk of flying trampolines here across central Texas and even parts of North Texas. And then on top of that, our flying trash can meter is currently, it would not actually be at a take a walk to find out. It'd be at a gone forever stage with how high the winds are. The trash cans are going to go flying. Fun fact, by the way, all the photos that we have on this the trampoline meter are actually all from Texas back in 2023. These are all Texas, other than this one. Everything else is Texas. Those are all trampolines. That actually might have been Indiana, but everything else was a trampoline that wound up on something that wasn't supposed to be back in 2023. So 4 of those photos were from Texas. They have upgraded the severe warning. They've been upgrading a bunch of warnings. They just upgraded the severe warning for Round Rock and Pflugerville and Leander and Georgetown. This is up to 80 mile per hour winds, and it also now has a tornado possible label on it. So we are watching for some rotation right now over Gerald that has been wrapping around this little hook here. A little bit of an inflow. And if this can get latched onto the outflow boundary, it may produce a tornado. So that's going in the direction of Cameron and Rockdale right now in Texas. Yeah, this entire line currently moving east. I'll have another radar scan in a moment. Let me check on the Austin storm too. We still have a little bit of broad rotation southwest of Austin. Could get a brief tornado going towards Manch-Acha and also going towards I-35 near Buda. We're back up to 23 severe thunderstorm warnings. Thank you, Randy, for the $5 super chat. That was about 28 years ago when we had the F5 tornado in Gerald. It's a little over 28 years ago. Just brought the trash cans in Round Rock. There you go. Good stuff. Don't want those trash cans going down the road, and you don't want to lose them. Got a new severe thunderstorm warning just north of Austin. That's for quarter-sized hail, 60 mile per hour winds. This is for Leon Valley, Helote, Converse. Very far north side of San Antonio included in that. By the way, look at this. We got bats taking off right here. Bats are taking off, and the storms are coming, so they don't really have much. I don't know where they're going, but bats are taking off on radar right